when Maharaj-ji said, Ramdas, I want you to love everybody. And I said, I can't do that, Maharaj-ji. It's very here.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was trying to get me to be my soul. And so then I got home and I thought, somebody that I can't love, like George Bush. And so I got a frame and I put George Bush on my puja table. Now, the puja table is full of souls. But then there's George. George, I looked at as an incarnation because I know him as president and so on. So I thought, well, that poor soul that has that incarnation, it's like Ravana in the Ramayana. So I thought of George as that soul that, and perhaps that soul taken a very, very unfortunate incarnation.
Unfortunate for a lot of people.
I know it. Like Ravana.
Yes, exactly.
See, and Ravana was, it said in the Ramayana, Ravana was in his last birth a very high yogi. See, and it sounds like a trick something, you know.
Yeah.
And it meant that he said, you want to love everybody, and everybody has that soul.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Okay. So that's
Beautiful.
Do you want?
I love that phrase, loving awareness. I love that.
I see the Vipassana as a way to get the ego out of the way so that the heart can open
yes.
to that loving energy.
The heart can witness the mind and its product.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Didn't you have a question?
No, I just had a comment.
Mm-hmm.
Do you? I don't have any particular question at this moment. Do you have a question? Do you have an answer?
I just asked one.
Do you have answers?
Neither an answer nor a question. It seems for me what you're saying has been a lot of the journey, that there's some way I needed to use mindfulness first just to see the waterfall of thoughts, the amazing, chaotic, neurotic stuff there, and realize that there was some other place from which to be aware of it. So already that was some shift of identity, but it needed the heart to come in, just as you're saying, whatever language, soul, heart, somehow. In some way I couldn't even let myself drop more deeply without that love. Otherwise it was judging, okay, how are you doing? Are you doing your meditation, doing all right? Yeah, a little scorecard, or, am I being a good yogi? And then all of a sudden, no, it's not about that. It's loving awareness.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that actually lets awareness open. I mean, then they become, as you say, they're married. They're just... I have a different question, because I'm thinking about the moment that Wes described of being in Bodh Gaya with you and Joseph Goldstein and Danny Goleman and all those people at that Goenka retreat. Mirabai Bush.
That's right.
And thinking about destiny, because there's some way in those 30 people have flowered and kind of like Johnny Dharma seed or something. They've just scattered, Dharma across the Western world. Do you have any thoughts about destiny, or what makes something like that happen?
There is a thing called soul pods. Soul pods.
Soul pod.
They
In
are
Hinduism?
no.
In Howie.
In science fiction? What?
Well, it was some people. You want me to tell you?
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
It's souls who travel together, and you familiar. There's somewhere I've known
We're in
you.
a pod now, it seems.
Yes, here. 3 peas in a pod. Yeah.
That's what it is.
A
3
soul
pieces of
pod.
pie. So I just think that is in Dharma land, or if we have where we are connected, and then we come and the mess this is,
The mess. I think that, historically, the West was so hungry for some other way of understanding the world, and we've sort of progressed ourselves into a corner, and we need to find different ways of being and different ways of living.
but we all took the
Acid?
huh?
We all took the acid? No.
Well, it was psilocybin
Yeah.
first, and then it was...
We all took the pill.
We all took the riches from the East, and we recognized them. We recognized them. I guess the acid not
Helped.
helped. Because I could see my progression from psychology. My psychology didn't quite have insight to the levels of consciousness that I felt I should get, and then but acid, it got to them, and I throw and somehow I should be living in all these planes of consciousness. But all I noticed when I went back and forth from Nainital to New York City. New York City was full of ego, and Nainital, they were souls. They were souls, and they did their roles. They did their roles, the sweeper or something like. They did it as, nothing. And they don't, around here, what do you do?
Yeah.
And I'm a sweeper. I'm the governor. Doesn't matter.